Cynova made this street grip cage for the DJI Action 6. Now, is this necessary? Probably not. But is it super cool? Absolutely. So this aluminum cage is obviously going to provide a little bit of protection, but for the most part, its main point is to elevate your Action 6 into somewhat of a street camera. Because with this ergo grip, you're going to be able to use this camera with one hand and you should be able to take photos and videos pretty easily. Not saying that you can't without this cage, but it does make it a little bit easier. So what's cool about it is that the cage doesn't really obstruct anything from its natural state. So what I mean is you could still use the DJI mounts on the bottom and you could even use it on the side. All you got to do is remove that little silicone grip handle. Now removing this little grip handle is pretty easy. Just keep this open. These buttons, move it to the side. Well, actually, that's how you open up to get access to the battery. Close that up, hit these little buttons on the bottom, top, boom, pull it out, in action. Boom, baby. And if you notice, when you look at this, you just barely need to press it at all and it hits that button. So it doesn't require a lot of pressure if you want to start recording. But one downside I found of that was that if you have the snapshot enabled, you might accidentally be recording if you put this in your bag or something, because that happened to me a few times. I actually had to turn off the snapshot feature. I also like how this cage is super easy to get the camera in and out. Boom, boom, super easy, super simple. It does feel pretty durable. I mean, it kind of looks plasticky, right? But granted, it is aluminum. But let me put this grip back on. But as you can see here, you could really shoot with one hand pretty easily. Just click. Now, one thing to be kind of wary about is if you have big hands, this might not work out for you. For me, I have medium-sized hands. I wear medium gloves. But if you look here, my knuckles kind of edge in a little bit closer towards the lens. And if you're shooting wide, you're actually going to see a little bit of your fingertips in there, or excuse me, your knuckles in there. But if you have small hands, that's probably not going to be an issue at all. Now, I don't think this is actually one of the essentials, but I do think it's actually a pretty cool accessory to get. If you're kind of the person that likes to just get up and go, you want to have something you can shoot with one hand and still do something with your other hand if you're holding a light or whatever. And speaking of a light, I forgot that this thing actually has a cold shoe mount, which slides right in there. I haven't really used it, to be honest with you. I just put in the little light just to see if it fits, and yeah, it does. But I feel like if you're gonna be out here using it for street photography or street videography, you probably aren't gonna be putting anything on that cold shoe mount. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is worth picking up? Would you actually use it?